The state of Connecticut asked Brantford's Wren Laboratories to develop a new COVID test. So they decided to focus on one that was as comfortable and as easy as possible. Their saliva test, which can be done in the comfort of your own home or office, received FDA approval in late October.
It's highly accurate, and the material can be transported for and stored at room ambient temperatures for days without there being any decrease in sensitivity of the test.
Once the sample is received at Wren Laboratories, results are typically provided either via email or a mobile app within 24 hours.
We have 10 technicians and 3 or 4 machines. At the moment, it's easy to cope with at least 1,000 samples a day.
The saliva collection tube Wren designed hermetically screws into another tube, which introduces the saliva to a stabilizer.
So that the virus could be completely contained and it could be completely preserved. And it met the specifications for transportation by the FDA's Department for Transportation, which is why the test is so sensitive and efficient, so you don't get any false negatives.
And Wren says their tests are over 99% accurate.
At a scientific level, this is as good as you can get.
The company is also developing personal testing machines for use in doctors' offices or at home. They'll hit the market right after the first of the year. The cost of this Wren saliva test, $125 if you pick up and drop off in person here at Wren in Brantford. If it's mailed to you, $150. And they say you can certainly take your invoice and submit it to your insurance provider. In Brantford, Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News.